Hi gamers, welcome back to the Game Master's Dungeon. I am Brian, your Game Master, and once again I'm here with CJ. Today we're going to talk about starting Warhammer 30k Horus Heresy. The rules published by Forge World, supplying a lot of the models, and the models look great, by the way. So we've kind of been looking at it off and on here and there, looking at the new models that are coming out and reading some of the rules. Over the weekend, we had an opportunity to play an Apocalypse game. A friend came over, part of our group. Him and his friend have been playing a little bit, and they're like, "Man, you guys really got to start playing this. Like, this is super cool." They want more players. They want to do like a league and some campaigns and stuff. And we're like, "Okay, yeah, it's super cool. Yeah, do I want to start another army? Like, I have tons of 40k stuff, like 7 different armies or whatever I'm working on." Then I've got Age of Sigmar we're working on. So we got to look at it, got to talking about like, okay, all right, we're gonna start doing Warhammer 30k Horus Heresy. So we've looked at the rules. CJ and I have picked what legions we're going to be playing, and that's what this video is going to be about. What legion we're going to play and why we want to play it. So I'm gonna give it over to CJ. So CJ, I want you to tell us what legion you're going to be playing in 30k.
I'm going to be playing the 4th Legion, Iron Warriors.
Fantastic, fantastic. Because you also play them in 40k, right?
Yep, I do.
Okay, so why do you want to play the same Legion in 30k as you do in 40k?
I don't know, I just like the Iron Warriors. Like, they're the Primarch Portrabo. The fluff about him. It's pretty cool. He's a really good looking model.
Oh,
man. And
he almost made me want to play Iron Warriors as well,
yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. And some of their special rules are pretty cool too, like the Shadow Defenses and their Havoc team.
Yeah.
Able to reduce more of the cover save.
Yep.
How they can...
They get an extra. They get an extra heavy support slot.
A heavy support slot.
Yeah, if you take their Rite of War.
Yeah. Like
their specific Rite of War, so you get an extra heavy support slot. You have to take more heavies than fast attack.
Which is okay.
Which is easy enough, right? Because that's their thing, right? They're heavy support. They're like siege breaker kind of guys. They just go in there and they assault fortifications and things like that. They don't back down.
Yep. Which is what I like about one of their other special rules, which is, you know, they don't have to take a leadership test after losing like having casualties in the shooting phase. Which is cool.
Yeah. And they get the reroll failed pinning tests as well. And then, you know, the models, the color scheme, is that also what kind of drew?
Oh, yeah. Like, they're just really cool. They look just like Knight's armor. Mm-hmm. And
especially with that Mark II and Mark III armor.
Yeah, just silver, and, you know, they got the gold in there every once in a while. And then the black and yellow hazard stripes. That'll
be pretty cool, especially like if you get like a Spartan assault tank, and you've got that running down the sides or something, that would be really cool to see. So then I'm going to be playing Dark Angels, the 1st Legion. Because I play Dark Angels in 40k, I have a pretty sizable army in 40k. Obviously the armor is different colored. Because like the regular... Marines in the 40k version have like this dark green with like red accents on their like bolter casings and stuff like that. But in the 30k, back in the Legion days, they had all, I think it was black with like silver trim. And then they have this, say, like the Dark Angel, the winged symbol on the shoulder pad, which is pretty cool. They haven't released the Primarch model for them yet, so Lionel Johnson. Nor have they released like the specific Legion rules for Dark Angels. Because I think right now they're on book 5 in the Horus Heresy. They're releasing it and by books that covers like specific sections of the fluff of the story of the Horus Heresy. And obviously Dark Angels aren't involved hardly at all in the beginning, in the middle of it, because Horus like sent them off like to other places in space because they were loyal. You know, there was no way he was going to turn Lionel Johnson to chaos. So he just like, well, if we can't get him to join, we'll just send him off to no man's land, have him fight, whatever. So hopefully in the net, maybe book 6 would be cool to get some rules. But I mean, they're still not going to prevent me from collecting and playing. I just have to use the standard Legion Astartes rules out of book 1 of the Horus Heresy campaign book series. So I won't have all like the super specific rules, but a lot of the rules are still really cool.
Yeah.
The different rights of war, and I won't be able to take the Primarch, but I'll have my Praetors and my Chaplains. Got to take my Chaplains. If you haven't figured it out, I like Chaplains for 40k. That's why I have like almost all the Chaplain models. But I think, and then what we're going to want to do is so once CJ and I and our friends get our armies up and painted, that's the biggest thing. We're going to order it slowly. So we'll kind of do some videos as we get pieces in and units in. We'll kind of show you what the stuff looks like. We'll get it built. We'll get it painted. We'll do some showcase. And then once we start doing some battle reports, I'd really like to play the campaign through. Yeah. Because like the first book, right, you got it's the Istvan 3 setting when Horus sends like the loyalists out of the traitor legions, sends them down to the planet to do whatever, then he attempts to kill them all, but it fails because they get word from some loyalists like in orbit on the ships and stuff like that. So then they have to commit ground forces to like weed them out. Like there's some really cool scenarios in there, some great rules. There's all kinds of new like deployment options and missions and special rules. It's going to be really, really exciting. It's basically going to be a bunch of Bolter Marines shooting at other Bolter Marines. I really like the power level as well. Yeah. Like it's not where 40k is. Like they don't throw around a ton of all this AP2 strength 10 blast ignoring cover. All this other crazy stuff, so it's a little more low key. Obviously, you can get those kind of weapons and get that stuff, but and then the points, like you could have like 1,500 points and have like 40 models, with a couple of vehicles and a Praetor with some equipment, So obviously, that's what we're going to try to build to first. We're going to try to build 1,500 points. So I've already ordered Betrayal at Calth box set, which was put out by Games Workshop, by the way, as like a kind of like a board game. But you do get a lot of Mark II and Mark III armor. You get it's a really good deal. You get like $500 worth of models for like the $150 or something that it is. So I ordered one of those, and then I ordered 3 sets of 10 Dark Angel shoulder pads, so I could just go ahead and start building my Dark Angel Marines, so I could have them painted. So when my Primarch comes out, just have to buy my Primarch and then paint him up, and we can start playing. So how are you feeling about the power level?
Power level is fantastic because, especially with that Apocalypse game we played and all the Strength 10, AP2, ignored cover shots that we took.
And like all these crazy weapons and super
like,
heavies and things like that. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic.
It was tons of fun. We did take a bunch of pictures, and they're going to be up on the Facebook page, facebook.com/GameMastersDungeon, of a lot of the table shots. Because actually, if you look over here on the side of the camera, you'll see that part of that green table we normally use. We've got 2 tables set up, and we ran it 12 feet long by 4 feet wide. We had deployment zones here and on the opposing end, and we did like a city in the middle that one team was holding, and we were trying to assault. It took us to like turn 3 to break through. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, especially like really because you're not gonna have a ton of models, so you can really put some detail into those models that you paint. And a lot of the stuff, everything you get from Games Workshop is going to be resin. So, and they do fantastic sculpts of all their models.
Forge World.
It's Forge World.
Not gonna say anything, but
I mean, like, just so you go online, Forge World. Was it forgeworld.com/UK or something like that? Forge World. Just search Forge World. Look at the different legions. Look at their units. Most of the legions that have rules out already, a lot of them have their Primarchs. You can see their Primarchs and their specialty units, like their Terminators.
Yeah, I think there's 9 Primarchs out right now.
8 or 9, something like that. So there's a lot to choose from. So in the comments below, like, let us know what you think about it. Like, if you're playing 30K, let us know what you're thinking. If you're thinking about it, maybe ask some questions. We'll see what we can do to make some answers in later videos. Or we can just have conversations down there in the comments. You can also go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/GameMastersDungeon. You can put some comments over there. Put some posts. Maybe if you've got some pictures of your armies or your models and stuff, we would love to see those.
Yeah.
And just then we'll be putting some of our stuff as we're getting it up and going, just so you can see it in action. And we'll be doing Still pictures of battle reports, and then we'll be doing video battle reports on the YouTube channel here. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GameMastersDungeon. Leave your comments and stuff over there. Until next time, happy gaming, and we'll see you again in the dungeon.